of what the statutes want and certainly what we were trying to accomplish here, which was to get to a 6-member, 2-ward system.
I have a question on that, section 4. Second Monday of January to take office.
Yes.
How did we get to that?
That is required by the new state statute, the new election statute. They want,
So it's sort of like the president, the election's in November, but you didn't have a transition in
Well, I
January.
understand why it's in January, but why the second Monday? Because we don't have a council meeting, how are they going to be sworn in unless they are
Right.
not, there's nobody that was elected at that term that is going to be a council person until the following Monday, or the next meeting after the second Monday.
exactly, that's a good point. That comes right from the statute. You know,
Would you have to have a special session of city council just to basically
Well, I think you could,
transition?
can you swear them in at any time, they just don't take
Yeah.
office until, I mean,
I
we
would
used to have
assume-
our swearing in a week before, just so everybody be ready to go, and then, you know, is that possible?
yeah, the way it's written is they expire that day. Therefore, that first meeting in Monday, or if your first meeting in January, we would probably have everyone here. We would swear in the new people, and then the current would expire that next Monday, if that makes sense.
So you would still meet, and then,
So the first
So-
Tuesday, you would
So
actually,
would they take over the seat at that meeting? Is what I'm asking, because in the past, that's what it's been. They're sworn in that night
And
and they
then they
take the
take
seat
over.
right then.
no.
No, it would be, they'd be sworn in, and they would officially take office when the current member expires.
So it almost makes it kind of clean, because if it expires that Monday, then they've already been sworn in, and Tuesday they pick right up at our meeting, so,
Right, so that,
yeah, it's goofy.
Okay, thank you.
yeah, and why they chose, again, is to come in line with what the state and national, of course, we don't meet on Monday, so that is a good point there. That does come right out
It
of the
just
state
didn't add
statute.
up when I was reading it.
Yeah.
one question, sorry.
Well, I just have a little silly. Voter registration, is there anything that needs to be done?
Yes,
See, I'm currently in second ward, I will be in the first ward now.
yes.
Do I need to re-register to vote or
That's a bummer.
what do,
Do we all have to?
No, you shouldn't have to re-register, but you will get new information from the county. All the current registered voters will say, you'll get something that'll say, this is your new ward.
and the county will send that out to the citizens versus the citizens have to go and
You shouldn't have
reapply?
to re-register.
Okay. I mean,
As
I'm
to,
just-
yeah, as to what they will send out, will it be a new card, will it be a letter, that I don't know.
And normally you only have to re-register if you move, otherwise,
Right.
because you're not physically moving anywhere, it's just the ward is being
Redistributed.
Right, because I know
Yeah.
that, yeah, when lines get redrawn, normally it's, the change is done for you, not you
Yeah.
have to
Okay.
go do your thing.
So which wards are gonna be which wards? Like 3 and 4 becomes
3 and
2?
4 become 2, 1 and 2 become 1, is the way that, when we get to that ordinance, is the way that that's been drafted.
One question I had is, we had discussed section 7, no council member may be elected for more than 2 consecutive terms in any one position. So, since the wards are changing, does this, basically the way this is written, it allows.
It's a different position, my.
Right, well, I'm making sure, because just the way it's written is, it says if eligible from serving in another ward, it doesn't really discuss the transition.
Yes, and there's a reason I didn't, it's because I didn't want to overcomplicate this for people reading this in the future. So yes, you're getting all new positions essentially, so everyone can start over that is currently serving. And that, I will just ask that that be on the minutes for tonight, so that that's clear if there is a question. But I didn't want to put all that in there, because that really only affects the next, really 10 years or so. Yes, and that is another change that we had discussed, term length. The consecutive terms, that's the same for council members. The mayor term limit is different, so that's a big change. The mayor, though, can, and this is the same, mayor can go from mayor to council member, but has to sit out for 4 years for a term. an entire term, and that is the same as what was in there before. So yes, thank you for pointing that out. I just decided not to.
I just wanted to make sure it's
Yeah.
clear one way or the other.
Yeah, we are creating new, how's it termed, positions, new positions is what we're creating. The nonpartisan, I had left that out of Charter Ordinance 14, just threw that in there to make it clear, because it seems like the state wanted to kind of head that way with the reason when they passed that, some of that recent statute. Another thing you will see is nomination petitions. That is new. And so I'll go over that a little bit. For positions that are at large, which right now we only have one, which is the mayor, they have to file a nomination petition signed by 25. We chose the number of 25 is what Jason and I came up with, rather than a percentage or something like that. And 25, I think, is the lowest allowed by statute. So that's how that works. Section 10 is with regard to council members. This, we are chartering out of a statute. This was a suggestion that had come up from Jason, and I think it's a good one. Right now, you can tell me if I'm wrong, but when you wanted to be a council member, you paid $5, is that?
It was either, you would think it was either 5 or
One
get
or the other.
signatures, yeah.
Right.
Fill out the paperwork.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So our thought was, well, if the mayor has to do it, then council members should have to go get the signatures as well. So we're chartering out of the $5 option. And anyone who wants to run for council must get 25 signatures from their ward, which these awards are big, so that should be very easy.
So there's no filing fee.
Right.
So I just figured, kind of part of this, we want to make sure we have people that are interested in running, and I think it goes two ways. Obviously, it's gonna make sure that somebody is kind of serious. 25 signatures, you do have to work at it. Plus, I always remember as a new guy in my town, I was like, well, give me a chance to introduce myself and tell people. So I just figured it might be kind of somebody's really upset and they really want to run, they'll get the 25 signatures no matter what, but $5 is really easy. You know what I mean? So that's kind of my logic behind it.
That's why that section 10,
Yeah.
section 10 gets a little wordy, because we chartered out of that statute. I had to put every stuff we wanted to keep out of that statute, I had to put it in there. And just so everybody's aware of how charter ordinances work, the Constitution allows cities and counties to use home rule to charter out of statutes as long as the statutes treat cities differently. So all these statutes, because we're a second-class city that we're charting out of, only apply to certain cities. So what that does is allow us to basically make our own rules. But when I say charter out, what that means is we have to put in our own provisions through charter ordinance and make, so those statutes are not applicable to our city. So those that are listed there are the ones that we are chartering out of and making our own rules for, rather than using the state statute. 13 is just the big one here, is we're appointing a manager, and then by regular ordinance, which we'll do later, is when you adopt all the manager's duties. Section 14 was part of a fix that we had done in Charter Ordinance 14, so I just kept that in there. It was just something that needed fixed all the way back from Charter Ordinance 1, so.
I have a question on the last sentence in that. What is a qualified?
Qualified elector is essentially.
How do you become one?
Is somebody that is qualified to vote in the city and is of age and is a citizen.
Speaking of that position, they couldn't be when they're hired.
Well,
If that's the case, because they have to register to vote, so they may not be able to do it before they're hired.
yeah, true. And I think I clarified that in the other ordinance. It says they must become, I think, is how it is in the.
Yeah,
So
on
there's like a
the,
time period they have to move.
I mean, I don't know that I specified a time period, but, if you go down to there, 1313, no, I use the same language.
and that the city shall be, which shall be doesn't necessarily mean has to be, or, needs to be at that
And
time.
that-
Shall be.
That, I guess I would like to leave it in the contract as far as a requirement as to how long we give them to become a citizen of the city, unless somebody has different. You know, because I would hate to specify it in a charter ordinance, which is a big thing, and then somebody needs more time than maybe another, you know, to get settled or whatnot. You know, we may be in a situation where
Personnel policy, that 6-month probation is.
6 months, yeah.
6 months, okay.
But yeah, they do eventually have to be a part of. Other questions?
You said we were chartering out, 14 obviously is the old one that this one's replacing.
Yes.
What are the 2, 7, 10, and 12 that we're getting rid of 100%? Anything in
Those
particular?
are various, let me pull it up. Those are just things that 14 went in and fixed or changed. We have to do with there we go, wrong section. Okay, Charter Ordinance 2 was relating to elections and appointment of officers. So it was just an old election one. What was the other one?
7.
7 is again appointing, it has to do with appointment of city, it mentions an appointment of city administrator. It also mentioned appointments of officers, which we are down to really the only officers that the mayor and council appoint are judge and attorney, whereas by statute, clerk and police chief and some of those other ones were in there.
So then 10 and 12.
10 and 12. 10 is your, another election and term limits, is what 10 is. 12 is also city officers. And that's, it just needed fixed because it says that to appoint a municipal judge, the chief of police, the city clerk, city treasurer, city attorney, and other policemen, just doesn't apply to us anymore. So 12 amended 2, if that makes sense. So we're just.
I just wanted to
Yeah.
make sure I understood 100% because it was a little,
It is, when you go
There's a lot of
back,
legalese in there, yeah.
well, when you're getting rid of so many, I just wanted to make sure everything was what
and
would be
that's why
clean, I guess.
I like how our publisher does this, because he leaves the old ones and just crosses them out, so that I can go back and look when people, why they're doing what they did. So 14 will still be in our book, it'll just be completely crossed out, all of it. Other questions? The other big thing, of course, with the charter ordinance is everybody votes, even the mayor, and it has to pass 2/3 of the governing body. And then there is a 61-day period, a referendum period, where if anyone has objections, you can go through that process and we have another election, which we won't, but that's the.
Any other questions for Katie? Or Jason?
I just want to say thank you for all the work you put into all this.
Well, I hope this is, I think.
Hopefully it captures everything you guys have been talking the last, as best we can, you know. Katie's been awesome.
Yep, and it's kind of the final step from, in the transition, well, after we do the next 2, will be the final steps in the transition process, and then we will be, starting that transition with the next election.
So the effective date encompasses all that waiting period.
Yes, and
After the-
that's why you see, in those next 2 ordinances, I didn't put the effective date until May 1st, because I wanted this period to pass, because those ordinances mean nothing if this one doesn't go through, so.
So the first election that this will affect would be in the summer of 2018 or?
17.
This year.
Yeah, people have to get their nomination petitions in by June 1st for those 2 positions. The Butch and Tony and Matt and the open position will your terms will expire, and then we'll have two come back. One for being Ward 2, you guys being Ward 1. Yeah. And then,
You don't know 25 people.
Yeah. I might stop him right there.
Not a little sign for me.
I would make a motion that we would approve Charter Ordinance 15.
Second.
Motion's been made by Councilman Miller that we approve Charter Ordinance 15, and it was seconded by Councilman Ponto. Is there any further discussion? No further discussion. Mandy, would you take a roll call vote, please?
Nas,
Pardon?
Me.
Excuse me.
Gingler,
Yes.
Ponto,
Yes.
Latrell,
Yes.
Graybon,
Yes.
Audi,
Yes.
Miller.
Yes.
Thank you. Motion carries.